Ladies and gentlemen, good morning and welcome back to our YouTube chit chat once again. Guys, I want to speak of hot dramas that it's ensuing up into this YouTube space. One, Irene Inaga has just apologized to Marwa's and David Jr.'s family through Congress dad. It's an issue that never went well with David Jr. David Jr. really protested. That is the story that I want to delve in. But more of spotlight is going to be given how Irene Inaga explained and justified what he was doing when he was tendering in her apologies. Whether the apologies would be accepted or not is something for another day, or something to wait and watch seeing. The second thing, it's about how JTPodcast bad minds towards Congress dad, because there's things that JTPodcast and a narrative that is starting that is smearing Congress dad, that Congress dad was caught with a girlfriend, and a girlfriend here in this case is Irene Inaga. Is explaining other things that are not making sense. And this is the thing that we want to dissect today. And that is a purely bad mind. So guys, if you want to get to know what really JTPodcast was saying and the insinuation and how Irene Inaga was apologizing, then we'll also give the reasons as to why the apologies will be accepted or not. Therefore, video is for you. At the progression stages, we'll reveal everything. So guys, if you're coming across this channel and this video for the very first time, kindly click at the notification bell so that whenever we upload a video, YouTube shall notify you instantly. To my loyal subscriber, may God bless you abundantly. So let's dive in after the break. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to my YouTube chit chat. My name is Irene and this is my YouTube channel. So let's dive in straight away, lest we forget. So guys, Irene Inaga took it to this YouTube street after the unfortunate event that beveled her with David Jr. at David Jr.'s compound. There was an onslaught, and she was confronted by David Jr. that you've been aiding and abetting the negativity towards my family, that we are grabbing land, yet you know the truth. A lot really cascaded down, and up to the time we are speaking, yesterday Irene Inaga and the cousin made a video seeking and asking for apology to Marwa and David Jr.'s family. And whatever they said, that one, majority of people were protesting. Is it justification or asking for apology? So this is what also we want to understand. Among other things that really came out from that video, Irene Inaga and the cousin saying they cannot remember at what time themselves said that the family of Yamara and Congress are grabbing land. That she's waited for a long time for even any reactor to bring out an evidence. She couldn't just remember. Well, while with me, I searched all through, and I remember I used to react on these things. The issue is not about you said. The issue is about the association with the bad mind or with the negativity. The issue is allowing yourself to appear into those negative and lazy gang reactors while they were pontificating that your lands were grabbed, and you never came in to say anything. And you never even tell us that my land was never grabbed, but you flew with the narrative such that people would believe that your land was being grabbed. This is what we call the bad association that really spoiled your broth. It is bad association that really deemed you as a negative reactor and a lazy gang. But that time, all these lazy people were flocking your channel, and the kind of comment they were giving. And remember, even that time you said, you don't belong to any group. You are for everybody. So you don't want to be restricted, that you want to associate with this one. That is the point when rain started beating you. You know? What am I saying? I'm saying you allowed yourself to be used by the lazy gang in propelling a negative narrative that Marwa's family are land grabbers. You allowed your channel to be used to orchestrate or to onslaught Ayamara's family of being a land grabber, yet you said nothing about it. Well, the question that I must also pose to Irene Inaga, by the time you went to Konrank's dad and you're apologizing, what were you apologizing for? What wrong did you do that you went to apologize? Guys, these are the questions that we'll answer at the end of watching Irene Inaga video. Perhaps let's watch between the line.
Not she. I'm sorry guys, you know me, she and he. Sometimes a problem to me. I like L and R. So we came out and that video, I think that is the video where all the issues about the grabbing land that we've been abusing the parents that they have grabbed land, that's the where it's coming from, the issue of grabbing land. I didn't say they grabbed our land, guys. I was seen in that video because my mother could not, I don't know why the phone is going black, dim. So I just came out just to give the direction of how the land moved from my mother's land to the another guy whom we, even I don't know the name of that man whom we sold for. Yeah, let me use that Kisi man because I was using the Kisi man in that video. Then it went to
Jamaican uncle.
No, it went to Congrats dad. Then it went to it was gifted to Jamaican uncle. So that is the where the problem came in, where maybe people think that I've been saying that I've been abusing that Ayamara's parents, because it was last night the video I posted you saw where David Junior was claiming that I've been abusing their parents on internet about them grabbing land. I don't think I've ever said such same thing, and if I said, maybe there is videos. Maybe I've even waited for even one.
That they are also pointing the fact of what I'm saying. It's simply that you're used as a vessel to spread hate and negativity. It's simply you allowed yourself also to be used and appear. So you even appeared to JTPodcast interview. And by the time that you're being interviewed, there is nowhere you said that your land was not being grabbed. I remember the story that were all ensuing around. It was about the land grabbing. You remember that time when you were with Percy. So these are the stories that sometimes you would keep quiet when Percy got tyrant and tirade towards Ayamara's family, telling that these people are grabbing the land. By that time, people expected you that you show leadership and you tell Percy and these people, no, the land in question that we are talking about is like our land was not grabbed. Even though you are giving direction how the land evolved and moved, but Gintu also came and asserted the authority over you, and you allowed yourself to be used. So Irene Inaga is telling us he jumped into the fray because it was desperate. They were moving out of the land, yet they never had any place to go to. She was expecting people at the lazy gang to help them, the way Percy was being helped. You know, she was expecting perhaps if they could be bought land or if they could be given any other place to stay because it was a vulnerability. I understand sometimes the disparate measures sometimes calls for disparate actions. That one is well exemplified. It never stopped from there. The badman JT, with his almost infamous or famous cliche that is thinking so hard or beyond the box. Remember, I've always told you that anytime JTPodcast evoke thinking hard statement, that is the point when JT want to exaggerate its content. This is the point when JTPodcast wants to lace its content with a sensational kind of vexations that never making sense, either to chide the people involved or just to go a wall, because that is what the audience feeds on. In fact, JTPodcast is telling us, you search your niche. So long as you search your niche, it doesn't matter whether it's negative or whether it's not true. So long as your niche is being loved by your audience, stick to it. Whether you are saying something that nonsense, whether you're saying things that are never making sense, so long as that niche is making you money, go for it. So because JT Podcast niche is making money for him, this is what JT Podcast decided or resorted to do, to give a bad vibes towards Congress Dad.
And our fans
So
are
speaking.
very loyal, very loyal. They don't support.
Okay. I don't know when was this that Irene had gone to talk to Conrad, apologize, not like to talk to him, to go to apologize to this family for making a videos and explaining how the land was sold from them, from their family to Conrad and gifted to Jamaican uncle. So according to David Jr. saying that this lady always sold them on camera, on videos, and how come that she found herself in this compound? Conrad is like, actually, she's here to apologize. I'm like, Irene, why will you get yourself going to that home to go and look for Conrad to apologize to him? What did you do? How did you do? Is it by the way? Rodani, you know one thing crazy is I had a rumor from was it from Kohera that he was saying that Conrad was seen with a young beautiful girl from that village. So everyone was asking, who was that girl? And now that you're bringing this thing of girlfriend here, and you're saying, I think that is Conrad's girlfriend, that Irene. And I can see how he was tapping her on the shoulders. Like, no, David Jr. Actually, she's here to apologize, David Jr. Relax. Look at that.
In fact, she has come to apologize.
Hey, that tap.
No, Daddy, these are the people who abuse us. They say we.
He's still holding the shoulder of that Irene. So is it true that this is Irene? Irene, tell me, is it true that you are the Conrad's girlfriend? Are you the person that we've been looking for? Get a whip. Irene, how will you do that? How will you do something like that? Like, of other people, you and seriously, that's crazy, Irene. For real. Okay. No, you guys spared me. Okay, give me a break. Hey.
Podcast.
Okay.
Insinuating that Irene Inaga is Congress Dad girlfriend. The secret girlfriend, I mean. That's because Irene Inaga accessed David Jr.'s compound and sat with Congress Dad. And Congress Dad was patting the back of Irene Inaga. This is how I was telling you the lack of value principle and positive tendency that could really make a young man to respect the elders. There's no ethos at all. Started from grandma, describing grandma's nyash, to insinuating that Amaro is having an affair with grandma. Now that one has been extrapolated back to Congress Dad as insinuating itself that they're having an affair with Irene Inaga. So it tells you the content itself is just for money. It's elicited content out of rage to say narratives that are never making sense just to make the audience happy. And they are now juxtaposing that. They are getting that on the spot from what Mayani said. That Mayani said that Congress Dad is having a girlfriend. Even on trending, commented below. You know? This is the bad mind that I will tell you. If your upbringing itself was so poor, if your upbringing was not out of courtesy, of ceding ground to the elders and respecting them, then this is the kind of reaction that you'll get from this pencil's thin JT now waxing lyricals that will never make any sense. You know, you know, and the kind of content is being bought largely by the audience. And you know, sometimes this is the reasons why sometimes I call them reprobates. They think negative. They would even tell you, because this is my mic. The mic is black, and you can see, unless you are colorblind. But the reprobates, the naysayer, would come and pontificate that this mic itself is white, and they will give a justification and variable not subjected to empirical formula or scientific formula to deduce that this is really black, but they will say this is white, and the audience will buy it. The audience will believe. He would be even super chatted of making sense. He will be clapped for. So it tells you, the associations of bad mind, that their audience has also bad mind. So all that is important for JT is making money. The respect itself doesn't stand. The ethos and value principle doesn't stand. The vexation itself must be negative and must be laced with a lot of chaos and drama, so that the revenue shall move towards them. Guys, let me know what you think about this video. Until next time, this is your boy Senior Zach.